Hello YouTube friends, Alicia back here with a completed journal. This one is another Christmas journal by with Tsunami ROSE's kit. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. If somebody is interested, let me know. Other than that, I guess I'll probably use it or gift it. I don't know. Anyways, I loved working with the pinks and blues this kit came with. I was a little bit kind of stuck. I wasn't feeling super creative, but I think this journal came together really nicely and I like how it turned out. So let's get started. The front cover is just one of her collage pages, and then I added these like flares. They're really old. I don't even know where I got them from, but I didn't want to cover any of the collage images, but I didn't want a totally plain cover, so that's why I added that. It just adds a little bit of texture to an otherwise completely flat cover. And on the side, I added some bells, and then and there's some gold ribbon, and then there's some green ribbon as for the closure. And it's made out of a 9x12 envelope. This is just some card stock I had, and then again on the inside I used some of that gold ribbon. And then on the edges of the front and back of the signature, I have some, just show you, pink crochet trim. I don't know if it's vintage or not. It was just in a bag of trim that I bought from my thrift store, so I was happy to use that. And this page is from a Michael's paper pad from a couple years ago. So the one thing that is kind of fun in this journal, my printer was running out of ink, but then it prints like in a pink or a purplish blue. So I printed off a bunch of Daisy's ephemera with that, and so they're not quite the right color, but I just liked it, so that's how I printed, not all of them, but some of them. And then it was a good way to use up some of that ink, and some of them are sewn onto Easter egg dyed paper. And then I had some, these are from like Smashbooks. I really didn't do a lot. I have a Smashbook, well, I have a couple that I started to use and never finished, but I really liked the stuff that came with the Smashbooks and the papers that were in the Smashbooks. So I do have a bunch of the paper pads. This is another one of her printables that I sewed, and then I just added some button paper clips that I've had in my stash for a while. I made them forever ago. More ephemera. This is a hidden paper clip. She has a bunch of file folders that print 2 to a page. I printed 4 pages on one page, so I just shrank them down. And then she has tons of cute mason jars, and I printed those and cut them with my Scan and Cut, and then I just backed this one on some creamed colored paper. So this journal is relatively flat, like most of my journals, so it is a journaling journal. Another one of her ephemera pieces. I did accidentally print this on the back of something that was a misprint, but I was like, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's on the back side, and you'll cover it up anyways, or I will, depending whoever uses this journal. Just one day I was making some cluster embellishments with just things that I've had in my stash, so I added that. I really like this pink and blue mixture. Oh, and on the back, I printed some of her coffee dye pages. They have nothing to do with the Christmas kit. It's a totally different kit. This is mixed media. You can't see it, but there is, I would say most of it's kind of come off, but I did try and do glitter and paint. And so there is some glitter, and then it's stenciled with like texture paste mixed in. I don't know. I was just playing with junk mail envelopes and I want to use it in here. And then there's some cutouts from the paper pad that I used. A tab. I have the Stampin' Up! Tab punch, and what I did was I backed some wrapping paper with double-sided adhesive, because wrapping paper, as you know, is too thin to punch by itself. And I made a bunch of tabs with wrapping paper, and then they're sticky on both sides because it's adhesive. So that's how I do that. This just, somebody made this for me and sent it. I've had it forever. It's like a journaling card. I don't know why I put it in. I want to finally just use it. And then then there's a vintage tab on this side, and yeah, it's just for fun. I like that it says highlight this because, you know, I could put a picture here or whatever, and then underneath I could write about it. I use a lot of pictures in my journals. More ephemera. This was just cut off scraps from the cover of the signature. I've been kind of in like a creative block. I mean, this is really basic, you know, like putting a signature together. That's not what I struggle with. But like to decorate it, I struggled, which I guess is pretty normal for me. But anyways, this is from the paper pad. I made some clusters. I like these. I really enjoy making ephemera, but because I don't generally make ephemera ahead of time, like I've said for my projects, I make ephemera randomly. I don't necessarily find that the stuff I make ahead of time or like on an ephemera crafting day goes with anything. So I have tons of ephemera that is just random because that's what I like to do. But these I made obviously specifically for this journal. Center of the signature, it's just a book page. Sorry, I need to go a little faster. And the one thing you've probably noticed in my journals is I love using different papers, and I have a stash of different papers. This is just, I stamped on it the wrong way. It was inserts from my Christmas cards that I made this year, but I figured it's still a great place for a picture or to journal, so I put it in here. It's just a die cut I have. These are die cut. No, this is like punches, and somebody sent me a bunch of them. I've already cut, so I just made a pocket. Boss tag and backed, and then it's done with distress ink. That's how I got the color on there. Another one of those, just page embellishment. Another pocket. I really like this paper collection, and being in Manitoba, we cannot go shopping. Like, we have curbside, but don't get me started on that. So I have not bought any new Christmas paper or anything like that this year because I don't have access to it, which is fine. I have lots. It's just a washi tape paper clip somebody made me. It's just, yeah, I haven't seen any of the new stuff available this year, so what I have is what I have in my stash. And I have all of 2 Christmas paper pads in 12 by 12. I've never had a lot, but that's okay. I have no shortage of stuff, like I said, so I'm not complaining. Another cluster I made. And I've actually, to be honest, I've enjoyed using my stuff, knowing that I can't just go buy more. Another one of those inserts, another button. This is something that somebody made me. It's not really Christmas, but it had the right green color in it. And so then on the back, I put some Christmas paper. This is just a scrap I had. It's not from the collection. And I added a tab to it. I have lots of ephemera that people have gifted me or if we've swapped over the years, so I've really been trying to use that up as well. I love these ephemera pieces in pink. They make me happy. And then the back, and like I said, it's just an envelope. And then I used the other half of the front page on the back. And so yeah, that is the journal. I hope you like it. I hope you will look at Daisy's shop. I will link it below. She has so much fun Christmas ephemera. She also has classic kits. Like, she doesn't just have the pink, she has all kinds of classic ephemera, which I also have and really like. But this year she did something with the pinks, and yeah, so that's what I used. Any questions or comments, leave them below. I'll talk to you all later.